Chapter 22. With a few brief flashes, the blue light of the security drone cast Ray's shadow onto the panda mural. Then it hummed off down the street. Ray blinked away the after images of her retinal scan and strolled off towards Bespoken 249. She supposed these Bespoken bars were impressive enough. They had a certain wow factor. But Ray wished she could have shown Perdita the St. Luke's she'd known when she was a student. How they'd taken the district for granted. It had an authenticity which she and her friends had been unaware of until it was gone. Hurrying into the bar, Ray kept her eyes down as she descended a broad stairway into the main auditorium. It wasn't wise to look too closely into the booths circling the empty stage. It could put you off. As it happened, only a few booths were occupied. In the first sat a thin, brown man, jittery and excited, who kept switching his attention back and forth from the empty stage to the empty booth around him, talking ardently to an empty seat on the other side of the table. In the second booth was a 30-something woman with her hair woven into braids. She sat gawping, mouth open in expectation, sporadically bursting into laughter, slapping her thigh, and turning to the empty seat next to her in uproarious surprise. She must have been watching some stand-up. While the host drone escorted her to a table, Ray looked around for Perdita. It didn't look like she'd arrived yet. "Hi, Ray. Good to see you back again," said the drone. It must have been years since she'd been here, but the drone talked to her like she came in every day. "Can I get you anything?" "What's the blues line-up tonight?" "B.B. King at the moment. Early stuff. Then it's Sweet Tooth Baby Jones and the Shufflers in about 15 minutes. Sound good?" "Yeah, I guess. I've got a friend coming soon, though. Better wait and see what she's into." "Sure. Drink while you're waiting?" "Yeah, 1 bourbon, 1 scotch, and 1 beer." "Of course." It wasn't long before Perdita trotted down the stairs to join Ray, a puzzled expression on her brow. "Okay." Perdita eyed the woman a few booths away, who was sniggering at the empty stage. "This is different. How about a beer?" "Looks nice." "You sure?" Ray winced a little. "Yeah, why not?" "It's just... No, it's nothing." There was a container for condiments on the table, and Ray picked up a small, sealed plastic packet. Opening it, she found a disposable Naris inducer. It was much smaller than the ones she used for metastasis, and there were none of the cumbersome wires. She slid it over to Perdita. Officially, Panmatechs aren't supposed to mess with these, but there's no hard evidence to speak of, so I don't see why that should get in the way of a good night. Ray opened another packet for herself. Perdita shrugged, and they both took their discreet little nose rings and clipped them on to curve around the outer bulge of their nostrils. The host drone returned with more drinks and asked if they'd settled on a show. Perdita looked to Ray for guidance, and, once the choice was made, they both felt a slight nasal prick. Perdita twitched her nose and blinked. The empty stage lit up, and there sat B.B. King, playing 3 o'clock blues. Stratocaster splayed over his belly, squinting and jerking his head with the electric pain of a guitar solo. The surrounding booths were all suddenly populated. "All right. Not bad." Perdita was impressed. She looked around the auditorium. "Is this crowd recorded too?" "No, it's a live crowd," Ray replied, raising her voice above the music. "There's bespoke bars all over the world. These people could be anywhere. We can choose whatever scene you want. If you're not into the blues, we can switch. No, this is just fine. Excellent choice.